Low credit scores are usually down to three things, and these can usually be avoided. Looking after your credit score and your credit file means you could be setting yourself up to get the best rates of the mortgage on the market. If you don't, you are going to get higher rates, higher fees, and you may even be able to borrow less. Hi all, I'm Jenny from Your Mortgage Hub here, and I'm here to help those starting out and starting over with their mortgage by showing you what you should and shouldn't be doing when it comes to getting a mortgage. So I had a client who was an older first-time buyer and had moved homes a few times. She literally didn't update any of her documents or addresses, and she'd left home for a few years. Everything went to her parents' house, which was fine because she was still getting the post. And then her parents moved, and because they'd moved, she'd no longer getting the post. But in her eyes, it didn't really matter. Lots of things were online, so she could still see what she felt she needed to see. She went to buy her first home and she went direct to her own bank, who she banks with, and they declined her. And she couldn't understand why she had been declined. And they said to her, all I can tell you is it's to do with your credit file. So in a bit of a panic, she contacted me. And as always, the first thing I said was, let's have a look at your credit file, see what the issue is. Within minutes of getting that credit file, I could clearly see what the issue was. And that was that there was a default on there that she was totally unaware of by a communication, so a mobile phone basically. And because of this default, that other lender just refused to lend. What we had to do was, rather than go to a credit score lender, we had to go to a credit check lender. And the difference is, if you go to a credit score lender, you're going to get better rates. Basically, they're looking to see your score is at a level. If it is, they're going to lend to you. A credit check lender is going to look at the last 2 years' history. As long as that's clean, they're going to lend. But the issue is you're going to have a higher fee and you're going to have higher mortgage payments, because your interest rates are going to be higher. So we went to this credit check lender. It's fine. It went through. We had to get some extra documents to prove where she'd lived because she'd never updated her address. And if I'm honest, it was a bit of a nightmare. But had she have done the three things I'm about to tell you to do, none of this would have happened. She would have got a cheaper mortgage because she would have got a lower rate, a lower monthly payment with lower lender fees. So here are the three things that you should be doing to protect your credit file. Number one, when you move home, you need to update everything. So you need to update your addresses on your loans, your HR, your utilities, your mobile phone. Absolutely everything needs to be updated with your new address. If you don't, you risk letters going to that address that you're not aware of, and you're going to risk default CCJs and missed payments. Number two, you need to register on the voters roll. I don't care if you vote, you need to get registered. And the reason for that is for two reasons. One, it's the first place the lender's going to look when they're looking to do an ID check on you. And two, it will naturally increase your credit score if you are registered. So get registered. Even if you don't vote, it should be a priority when you move house. Number three, and probably the most important one, most people will get a CCJ or a default because they have been too stubborn and have just point blank refused to make a payment. So a provider might write to you, you might have a dispute with that. And rather than dealing with it, most people will ignore it. And that's why we get defaults and CCJs registered. And it won't impact you until you come to get a loan or a mortgage, and you're going to see you're going to be paying a higher rate and a higher fee. So even if you dispute it and you're not happy with it, please do not ignore it. You need to action it, because they will simply put a mark on your credit file. So the three things that everyone should be doing to protect their credit file is: one, when you move home, make sure you update your address on everything. Two, when you move home, you need to register to vote. If you've not registered to vote, still vote. Don't wait for it to be voting time. And number three, don't be stubborn and just ignore it. You need to face these things. If you need someone to check your credit file and see how we can help better protect it, just drop me a comment below.